Okay, welcome back guys. We're playing some more Evoland 2. We're going to see if we can progress a little bit further. I think when we left off last time it was trying to get the rock out of the way of this bridge, I believe. Here we go. Okay, so he needs to focus more. Do I have to do it like 2 levels? Ah, okay. There we go. Broken. So I believe this was the correct way to go. Let's see. Riser? Look at that. Oh wow. What happened here? Where's my village? My parents? My friends? Everything's gone. I had my suspicions, but now I'm sure of it. This isn't our time period. We have to find out what happened. Let's try Genova. Somebody there should be able to tell us. Let's have a look. Somebody is bound to know something. Okay, I take it you're some form of tailor. It looked like he had hats and things like that on his door sign. Well, hello there, citizen. What can I do for you? Who are you? Oh, I am but a humble trader from a long line of traders. My grandfather was already a professional merchant at the time of the Empire. He was a real hero, helping those who needed passage in or out of Genova during the war. He did many favors, and he also earned his money his keep by working hard. Thus was born the Fogwell dynasty. Quite a beautiful story, isn't it? What can I do for you? The Great Disaster happened 60 years ago, on the 50th anniversary of the Empire's victory over the demons. No one knows exactly what happened, except that a huge explosion wiped out the southern part of the continent. Genova was not entirely spared, and the turmoil that followed ultimately led to the Emperor's demise. Thankfully, the traders were there to restore the order. After the Great Disaster, my father and his merchant friends came to the Empire's rescue. They formed the council that would take the actions necessary to Genova's survival. Someone needed to act quickly, what with all the chaos. The militia was created to replace the army. The former imperial tax system was abolished to make way for a fairer system. They gave people their freedom back. Since then, everyone is free to do trade and become wealthier. Oh, naturally traders' sons all become traders themselves, but at least everyone has a chance. The explosion of the Great Disaster left behind a gaping hole filled with this strange substance. As no one rightly knew what this stuff was, people called it smug. Our scientists quickly found that the smug could be used as an energy source. The traders declared a monopoly on the buying and selling of smug and built a smug line to transport it to Genova. Since then, everything here has been fueled with smug, and every time people use some, more money lines the council's pockets. Isn't technology grand? If you ever need a favour, feel free to come and see me. I'd be thrilled to do what I can, and by any means at my disposal in exchange for a service of like value, of course. I don't do pro bono. As if that was even a thing. Okay, so all the traders took over. The Great Disaster? My village swallowed up by the smug? And look what's become of Genova, Riser. Is that really our future? He did not mention demons. They must be hiding somewhere. I cannot believe they all vanished into thin air. That's not the #1 problem here. My village, my parents, everyone's gone. Riser, we have to stop this Great Disaster from happening. I understand your anguish, Miss Finia. But if it is indeed possible to change the course of events, we should start by saving my people. That can't be changed, Menos. The demon's defeat is part of history. I learned about it in school. It's in the past. But what's happened here? That hasn't happened yet. Perhaps in your past, Miss Fina. But to me, your present is my future. What might happen to the Empire is none of my concern. I want my people to live, to not be wiped out by our enemy. Sorry. But if the Empire doesn't defeat the demons, that could change everything. I mean, maybe I wouldn't even exist. It's just too risky. And what of the peoples who live here and now? Maybe they too will disappear if you alter the past. Does that not bother you at all? But who knows exactly what can or cannot be changed? It may well be that all of this already exists. Perhaps we have already come here, and we have done all of this, so no matter what we do, nothing can be changed. You know what, Menos? I don't really know. But I'm at least going to try. That's all we can do. How about you, Riser? Do you think we can change time? Suppose so. You see, Menos, Riser is optimistic, just like me. And if we can, what do you think we should change? Thank you, Solid Snail. I knew that I could count on you. Keep forgetting he's calling me Solid Snail. Are you sure, Riser? It's pretty risky. Could throw off the world's balance. But we would still need to be able to turn back time. I do not know what is possible or even reasonable to hope for. Before anything else, we must find a megalith. On that much, I completely agree, Menos. Let's go to the library and dig up some info. I have a good feeling we'll find out where there's a megalith. You heard that, Riser? Let's get going. Okay, bossy. To the library. Oh look, did anybody see that plant in there? I'll go back in. There's a piranha plant from Mario. Okay, so we need to find a library. Where would a library be? What have we got here? A book. So this must be the library. See? Logic works every time. It's got a book on the front. It has to be a library. Look, Riser, the Imperial Library. I'm not sure what it's like now, but in my day, it was known for its many documents. I bet if we go there, we'll find out plenty about this time period. They're also likely to have something on the location of the megalith. We'll have to find another one to get back home, seeing as the one that got us here was destroyed. But megaliths are quite rare, and even if we were to find one, how would we activate it? Not to mention, it could end up taking us to an entirely new era. Menos, stop being so defeatist. What else can we do besides try? Nothing we can do will change anything. My people, my son, all of them dead. Riser, I think Menos is going to need some time to adjust. Let's try finding information as fast as we can. This door is closed. Library access is restricted to researchers. They are the only ones with keys. Yeah, I know. Who'd want to read books anyway? Utterly pointless. Okay. Okay, I think these are the... I need to get the key off one of these little girls. That one looks vaguely like a character from Street Fighter, if I'm not mistaken. So, who's got the key? Who are you? What are you doing in our headquarters? I'm looking for the key. The key? What key? Do you think I'm an idiot or something? I'm not creepy. Who are you? I want to help you. He wants to help us. Help us with what? So, you want to help us? Do exactly what? Steal books. Seriously, are you nuts? You're working for the Prophet Secret Service or something? Do you really think we'll admit to something like that? Forget about it. You're way too green. Okay, there obviously must be a combination here. So who am I? I want to help you. Get toys. What for? We don't need no stinking toys. We're not little girls that play with dollies. We do much more interesting stuff than that, right? Yeah. For sure. So you see, keep your toys. Besides, they're illegal here. Okay, let's try this again. There must be some combination of... Okay, I'm just passing through. God damn it. I just need the key. Maybe in a safe or a chest or something. And maybe you use it again in the library. And in the library, say you find, oh, I don't know, a book. In this purely hypothetical scenario, would you bring it to us? Of course I would. Of course. Cross your heart and hope to die? Of course. Like, do you promise on your life? Yes. Well, I think we'll get along just fine. Keep your promise and you'll have nothing to worry about. Okay, must be in here. We have the library key. I promise I'll bring it back. I know your dad's gonna kick the crap out of you if if he doesn't get it back. To the library. Okay, Mr. Guard, you saw nothing. Key to the library. I'm looking for information in here with regards to the megaliths. And there's another piranha plant from Mario. Oh, there's people in here already. Do I speak to them? Welcome to the Genova Library. I suppose you're the new students. Yes. I am the Dean of the Genova Library. We researchers devote our lives to extremely important matters. For example, finding out why it itches when one is bitten by a mosquito. Oh, we're not concerned with finding a cure or some such nonsense. Knowing why it itches is clearly more interesting. By the by, I will discuss my own research when the time permits. I am an expert in the study of the ancient Magi civilization, specifically the legends surrounding their use of strange powers in late antiquity. But before I can tell you about that, you'll need to complete your studies. It's just that, look, Professor, we're in quite a hurry and... Quiet. You are students, and in the library you must submit to your professor's authority. Unless you do not wish to learn anything. In which case, get out. Please forgive Student Menos, Mr. Dean, sir. We'd be delighted to follow your lessons, in particular the ones about the megaliths. Right, Menos? Yes. Well then, if you're determined, let us begin. You must receive credit for 6 core disciplines, courses in various fields. To do so, you need only speak to my researcher colleagues in the library. Each one of them will submit a problem, allowing you to get credit for a particular subject. You can choose your own curriculum. You're under no obligation to do all of them, but I may have a little reward if you complete all 8. Did you get all that? Yes. Splendid. Have fun studying then. Come back when you're all done. But no sooner than that. I simply hate being disrupted. Okay, he reminds me of my old professor. I've always loved studying. It's fun. So we've got to do tasks for the researchers. He seems to know much about the Magi. He will certainly have much to tell us about the megaliths. So let's see what these guys have to say and what sort of tasks I'm going to have to do. Are you the new pupil? I've dug up a strange relic with mechanisms I can't get a handle on. Do you have a few minutes to spare? Of course. You're too kind. Here, this strange item was found in some ancient Hyrulean ruins. Hyrulean? There is no lock on it, save for this bizarre keyboard set with symbols. You would do me a great service by opening it. Mysterious relic. Okay, it's got to do with the... It has to do with the arrows. So, one to there, and then two down. So, let's have a look. So two, we'll go here. Two goes down to there, along to there, which is three up. Which goes one along, two down, two along, one up, three, one. Okay, so I started to think on this too here. Now I will grant your archaeology credit. Excellent. Sorry, no time chat. Too much to do. Unless you're prepared to lend me a hand. Well, I suppose I could. Here's the thing. Every 500 years, two comets meet in the heavens. Books and subjects indicate that the next occurrence of this very night. I wouldn't miss this for the world, but unfortunately I cannot figure out which part of the sky they'll be visible in. Here, look at this map. Stellar encounters, okay? When the two comets arrive, they will cross the map only diagonally. They will not intersect any star present either before or after they meet. In which squares will they meet? So this one here goes right through. So it goes from there to there, to there, to there, to there. Now, where does that intersect with another path that... Star in there. No star in there. Which square will they meet? It can't be that one. This is going to annoy me, so... There. This one? Yes. Haha. My brain does work. You're a student? You'll see optics is as simple as ABC. I'll award you for credit if you manage to solve a very basic problem. I mean, a 3-year-old could do this. Well, don't put that kind of pressure on me. You'll see it's terribly easy. Optical options. A beam leaves source A and must end up in the main conduit B. Move the mirrors to direct the beam to point B while activating all 6 crystals. That sounds simple enough, so it's got to go up to B. So... Nope, 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 wrong way. So we want to maybe pop this down the way. Then put you here. Take you. Oh, wait a minute. Did that work? Oh my god, I fluked that one completely. Well, I've earned my credits, but I'm gonna be honest about it. I didn't think I'd solved that one there. It was kind of by accident. Okay, the classic painting. You want a learning. What accent is he supposed to have? Thank you, my friends. What? Painting a classica. To complete the painting, move the colour so that no colour appears twice in the same line or column. The colours marked with a dot cannot be moved. Okay. So... let's have a look. So, purple can't be in here or here. So we'll put purple there. Green can't be in here or here. So we'll pop green here. Blue can't be in here or here, which it isn't. And red can't be in there or there. And yellow has to go... let's have a look. Where would yellow go? So I'll put yellow for red. Well, that was easier than I thought it'd be. That was a much simpler puzzle than the ones before. So he said he'd give me extra credit if I'd done them all. So he's the honor. It's a little joke dating back to the Imperial. Okay, at any rate, I have a tidy and relate conundrum. Would you like to give it a try? Of course I would. The obsessive sort. One of the books in the library isn't in its place. Can you spot which one? Well, let's see how they're all worked out. 1 and 3, 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 1 and 3. So they're right. 2 and 2, 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 2 and 2. Yep. They all seem fine. So that's 3 and 1, 2 and 2. Well, that was a simple one. Okay, and I got a free book. 50 drinking games. I actually think I own that book in real life. Hello there, I am the new cryptographer for the Council of Traders. They requested that I devise a new encryption system for secure trade. I finally developed a system that's uncrackable. Would you like to put it to the test? Yes, I'll try and break your unbreakable or uncrackable system. The cipher. Okay. Out of the 4 symbols, which one completes the series of symbols below? Well, the first one, the square at the bottom, that's 1. 2 squares is 2. Then there's 3. Then there's a square, 2 dots, and so that's 4. Then 5. So we're looking for one that would represent 6. Which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Nope. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one. Well, those puzzles got easier. But I got my 8 credits. I am a scholar, and I'm going to speak to the Grand Librarian Wizard, whatever his name is. So, are your studies progressing well? Congratulations. You finished all your courses? This calls for an extra reward. Here you go. I got a collectible star. Why, thank you. It's everything I've always wanted. Alright, now on to my teaching. What would you like to know? The Magi are a people, or rather a civilization, that peaked more than 2,500 years ago, while the world was largely under war. According to the legend, they possessed magical powers beyond anything else in history. Some even say they could manipulate time itself, but these are most likely the exaggerated explanations of contemporaries people to account for strange phenomena after the fact. Nevertheless, after dominating the era in which they lived, they completely vanished 2,000 years ago. All they left behind were a few ruins and many unsolved mysteries. So, where are the ruins? What are commonly called megaliths are in fact the most famous relics of the Magi civilization. While somewhat rare, they are evenly spread throughout various continents. It is not precisely known what purpose they served. Deciphered writings refer to a road or path, but where does it lead? Incidentally, it was a while searching for a megalith that my former professor, also a great expert on the Magi, met her end. Quite a sad story, really. What would you like to know? Your professor. My own professor was a leading Magi expert. Her entire life was devoted to figuring out why they had disappeared. I recall she was particularly interested in the megaliths. She thought the stones contained the power that once triggered would enable her to learn more about the Magi. She discovered a megalith that she believed she could activate with the Stone of Time. Sadly, she was captured by the pirates that lived on the island at the time. No one ever found a trace of her. That was on Magi Isle, the one people now call the Cursed Isle. Awesome. So what's the Stone of Time? The Stone of Time is quite the legend in itself. It has some connection with the megalith, but I do know more than that. The item predates the Magi by many years, so long ago in fact that no one remembers when or why it was created. I'm not even sure if the stone really exists. The only direct reference I was able to identify is in the archives of the Demonian royal family, which I was lucky enough to visit. The Stone of Time is evidently a large round stone, black, with an eye engraved in its centre. Interestingly, the eye resembles that used by the Prophet. A bizarre coincidence if you ask me, but I'm hardly concerned with the outside world. The Magi Isle, or Magi Isles, is located far to the east and can only be reached by boat from Serra Harbour. Its name comes from the Magi ruins found there. Pirates made it their home, only to be mysteriously driven out later. Whatever the case may be, fishermen still refuse to set foot there. They believe the island is cursed, and so has its name become Cursed Isle. Quite the ghost story, as if they even existed. To get there, you'll need a boat. Keep in mind that only a member of the Council of Traders can provide you with paths of safe conduct. Okay, so I'm pretty much done here. I think I know what I've got to do, but I'm going to do that in another video. That one took a little bit longer with having to do all those little tests, but I may have to speak to the trader that's in the very first bit we came to, which I think was in, not this tavern, in this big house down here. This one. There was a guy in here, Mr. Top Hat I'm going to call him, and he said he would do me a favour for the right price. So one would assume I have to then go and find whatever payment he's seeking. But we'll do that in the next video. I'm going to leave this one here. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below. And hit the like button as well. If you got any of those puzzles a lot quicker than I did, yep, tell me in the comments below as well. And if you haven't already subscribed, there'll be a button popping up. Hit that button, and I'll see you in the next one.